What's going on, good people? We got it's me and DJ back. We tried to get Amy, but she like, nah, I got work tomorrow and I get to sleep in. And I was like, so that means you should be on the video because you can sleep in. Like logic. And then she was like, nah. So anyway, we got another discussion. We are going to talk about the best or our favorite wrestling promotions besides the main kind of big four, um, WWE, Impact, Ring of Honor, New Japan. Um, I think we got this idea from, I think it was a post in a Facebook group that we're in, at least that I saw. I don't remember who posted it, or I would give them credit. I apologize. So I'm going to say credit to Trevor, because that's a generic boy's name. And
Trevor Lee?
yeah, it was Trevor Lee. Yeah, it was Trevor Lee. Yeah, that's who it was. Yeah, it was Trevor Lee. So shout out to you, Trevor Lee. Also Dave Chris followed me today on Twitter, so that's the thing. That's the thing that happened. I don't know why. Like I don't even post anything really about wrestling on my personal Twitter, and then he followed me, and I'm like, okay. And then Ricochet liked one of my tweets, so it's a good day. Hey DJ, did he follow you?
I don't know. I haven't checked Twitter. Let's see.
I was waiting for you to be like the only one he didn't follow. Be like,
I
oh,
don't think he did actually.
oh, he probably will. He out there following everybody. I think he's just looking up the word wrestling and just following everybody. That's what he do. But anyway, this is gonna be tough. Cause we've been wanting to do this for like a week or two now, and we haven't planned, and we just started to do it. Some of that DJ kind of start off first with the, I know he's gonna say ICWP. I know he's going to.
Let's see. So can I say TNA? No, I'm just kidding. But
Can I say NWA TNA?
can I say double F? But I think I picked what, 6? I picked 6. I'm gonna start with more of my local indies around here, I guess. Just because you probably won't know them unless you follow around here or you're from around where I'm from. So I'm gonna start with AIWF. I think this is the first wrestling shirt I got was from AIWF. I got it. I won it in the drawing, and I wore it forever. Now it's a shell of the shirt it once was. But anyway, I don't know. I just think they put on good shows. They're very like old school though. Like I don't feel like they're very they're not high fly. They're very like technical and very like slow paced type wrestling. So I don't know if the modern day fans would really like it as much. And then the other one from around here is Peer Pro Wrestling. This one's gonna probably always have a special place in my heart because this is the first show I got a chance to call on commentary. So that was pretty cool. And it was a good show. It was a pretty good show. I think there's better indie shows elsewhere personally. Because I know Big Time Wrestling is another one that kind of travels around a lot. They travel to different places, and they do really good shows too. But I definitely like Pure Pro Wrestling. There was a couple of good matches in that show, and the one of the heel tag teams came up to us and kind of with us during the during that show. But some other ones that are a little bit more kind of, I guess, mainstream, kind of they kind of have their shows readily available, I guess you could say. Rev Pro, I like Rev Pro. They have some really cool matches on Rev Pro, especially on the YouTube page. I know that's where I usually see their matches. They have some cool matches on there. I think I remember seeing it was Zack Sabre and was it Shinsuke? Maybe was on Rev Pro, but like that was one of the matches I really remember because I was like, I gotta watch this match, and I watched it and it was good. So I really like Rev Pro. Rev Pro is one of my favorites too. They have a lot of big names that come into their promotion, and they put it on their YouTube channel, and it's always good. They always have interesting matches. I feel like Red Pro always has matches that you don't really see anywhere else. I don't know how you feel. I think I'm pretty sure you're a fan of Red Pro too, but like I feel like Red Pro always has matches that you don't necessarily get to see in other promotions. I don't feel like. Um, and then I got three more. I got IC Dub, of course. I mean, everybody knows I love IC Dub. Um, I don't know. I just like ICW. It's one of the promotions from the UK that I just really like. I've really been drawn to it. It's where I found Grado, or where I think I watched more of Grado. I got a chance to see Drew Galloway's run, a little bit of his run in ICW, Chris Rennerfree, guys like that. I've really only seen some of the bigger matches from ICW, but I do like ICW. And then Lucha Underground is another one. I think it's kind of taken off as well, like kind of like these big four that we have now. I think Lucha Underground has kind of taken off as well, just with that different style. I think that's kind of why I like it. I remember the first, and I've said this a million times, but it's true, man. The first time I watched Lucha Underground, I hated it. I thought it was terrible. I was gonna never watch it again, and I gave it a second chance. And I watched that whole first season. I haven't been able to really watch much since then, but that first season I really liked. I'm sure it's been good since then. I know they've had some kind of legal issues with some of their talent, but still, Lucha Underground's always put on good shows. It always brought a unique feel to it. I know some people don't like it. They feel like it's too storyliney, it's too gimmicky, it's too I don't know. Like I know people just don't feel like it's that good, but I've always liked it because it was different. Um, and then my last one of my favorites is CZW. I love CZW. I feel like CZW, if anybody wanted like an alternative to like cookie cutter, WWE who's always by the rules, and you might get a kendo stick, here and there in your no DQ matches. I think you got to watch CZW. If you really like hardcore matches, I'll be honest. If you like ECW, I feel like you'd like CZW. I'm kind of surprised in looking at CZW. First off, that no one's died in CZW. But two, I'm also kind of surprised because of some of the crazy stuff that they do. But also, I'm kind of surprised that it hasn't taken off more than it has. I don't know if it's that marketable. I think ECW was a little bit more marketable back then because I think first off, wrestling was a little bit more marketable back then anyway. But I feel like I feel like ECW, I should say, was a little bit more marketable just because of the times. It was kind of an edgier time anyway. But CZW now, I think it would be hard for them to get a TV deal even if they wanted to, just because of how they are. They're a little bit rough around the edges, which isn't necessarily always a bad thing. So those are my, I guess, best slash favorite wrestling promotions outside of the Big Four.
So I was gonna put Rev Pro, but I don't want us to kind of repeat too much. I will kind of piggyback off DJ's. I definitely Rev Pro is one of my favorites that when I get to kind of check out their shows. I I was going. I think Rev Pro was one of the shows I was going to go to WrestleMania weekend, but for whatever reason, my schedule there was another show at the same time that I went to, and I couldn't. But I definitely want to get to one of their live shows eventually. Um, I will start with my kind of local indie show or promotions like DJ did. Um, I'm gonna start with Backbreakers Training Center. It's obviously a wrestling school, but they do hold you know matches. They have their own titles and stuff like that. Actually, a guy that I went to school with and graduated with is actually the Backbreakers Training Center champion right now. So I might try to see if we can get him on at some point. But that's Grand Slam Wrestling is another local promotion that I've been talking to one of the guys that does commentary for them to kind of see, if I can get my foot in the door. to kind of help out, do whatever. I definitely like their shows when I can check them out. Another one locally, sort of locally, it's like an hour away, is Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling. I think all three of those promotions, uh, the extra guys or the former extra guys that we had on our first interview have all wrestled for those promotions. So um, I've seen all of their matches in those promotions. So that's kind of cool. Then I have Wrestle Circus. I love Wrestle Circus. I love kind of checking out all of their shows that they have on Twitch. And I think they were actually the first promotion to actually get a deal with Twitch where they have their shows on Twitch kind of regularly. I think a couple other promotions have started to, get deals with Twitch. But that's a really, it was smart of them to do that, I think. Twitch is definitely a good place to kind of an alternative for like YouTube and, all those other places that like other promotions try to put their shows on. I have Progress. I love Progress. That was one of my favorite shows that I went to WrestleMania weekend. Might have been, except for parts of actual WrestleMania, the show in general I felt was better than WrestleMania for me. Obviously, the Hardys returning was awesome. The Taker match was awesome, but their show in general was just a better beginning to end show. Um, Another one at CZW, like DJ said, it's one of those things, and it's not like the thing about CZW. I feel like people don't give it a chance think it's all kind of blood and gore, but it's
Yeah.
really not.
And
They
and I think yeah, see, I just wanted to chime in quickly on that point because I thought the same thing. When I first was like when I first took a chance and watched it, I thought the same thing.
Yeah, because I think when you see like clips or something like on YouTube, it's always like the death matches, but they have just kind of normal matches too. Like the CZW show I went to, they had maybe one kind of ultra violent match. It was Pentagon Jr. versus Matt Tremont, but the other matches were their normal, best of the best tournament. It wasn't. So I think, yeah, if you like the ultra violent, definitely watch it. But there's other really good, just normal matches. Um, I have three more. Um, WCPW. I know people either love it or hate it. I like it. I think they put on a really good show. AIW, not just because of Amy, but I actually, it's definitely a good promotion. Good talent there. And then my final promotion that I've always had a special place for me. It's kind of, I guess you would say, a guilty pleasure because it's more comedy. It's not serious, but Chikara. I've always loved Chikara. It's just when you just want to watch a fun wrestling match, Chikara is always a good place to kind of go when you want to kind of step away from the seriousness of professional wrestling all the time. I think Chikara is a good place to kind of go. Um, but those are my and DJ's kind of favorite best promotions other than the big top four promotions. So leave your comments in the as DJ says in the description section. Leave your comments in the description. What's your favorite promotions? It doesn't have to be as many as ours. If you have one favorite promotion outside of these four, if you have three favorite promotions, if you have 30, leave them. We want to know. I think, we like doing videos like this because, we like to get other people into other promotions too. Maybe, you would hear us talk about a promotion on here that you haven't heard of, check it out on YouTube, and it kind of it it helps those promotions get more views, and it helps you kind of discover new wrestling, which I think is one of the things we like to do on here. Um, but DJ, anything else to add?
No, not really. Like you said, I think that was kind of the basis of us starting this in the first place. So it's to open people's eyes to other promotions. I know we mainly review um the I guess the big four, more so WWE and Impact, but I feel like we've always tried to introduce people to different promotions, even introduce ourselves to different promotions. When you think back to the Friday Night Fight app reviews we were doing
Yeah,
for a little bit there, we were able to see some promotions that we never got to see, and that maybe we probably wanted to see.
yeah, definitely. Also, go check out the Fight app. I haven't been on there in a while, so I'm gonna have to go back on there again. Um, but that'll be it for this episode of ICWP discusses, debates, detalks. That's a new word, detox. It's legit. It's in the dictionary. Don't look for it. It's one of those words. If you look for it, you can't find it, but it's there. It is. It's trust me. We'll be back tomorrow for the Impact review. It's the one right there. I'm pointing it to it. You can't see me pointing to it, but you can see it on
Um,
the screen. So like pretend you see me pointing at it. It's there. It's right there. So we got that coming. We got ICWP Season 2 premiere coming up. I'm excited. You're excited. We're excited. We got NFL coming up this week. I'm not even looking forward to it anymore. I'm not. I'm not. Like I give up. I did. Uh and I'm sure we'll maybe do another discussion somewhere within, or some sort of random video, because I feel like we used to do that a lot, where we would just come on and do like random videos, and I think we need to get back to that. We do. But we will see you next time. As make sure to follow us on Twitter at ICW_podcast. Make sure to like the video, share the video, leave your comments, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And we will see you on the flippity dippity. Oh yeah.